The city is alive with interesting new people.
Exciting and dangerous. Mixed among the delegates to the Second Continental Congress are spies. We all have to watch our tongues. Drill, please.
Drill, coming right up.
He's at Mr. Rodney's desk.
Who's Rodney?
Caesar Rodney. He's the head man in the colony of Delaware. What he says goes. I'm surprised you haven't heard of him. Haven't you written about him in your newspaper?
Oh, that's Caesar Rodney, of course. What's happening now?
Dr. Franklin has the floor.
There are two voices here. One seeks reconciliation with England. The other seeks independence. I address the former. It was Parliament, remember, which has doomed our country to destruction. They have begun to burn our towns and murder our people. Look upon their hands. The fault lies not with Mr. Adams. The fault lies in London.
Dr. Franklin has finished speaking. I don't see Henri. Okay, he's back. He's with... Oh, this is good. John Hancock. He's with John Hancock. I don't believe it. Hancock is not only talking to Henri, he's actually writing it down for him.
If Congress does not take over the army at Boston soon, it will disintegrate. All hope will be lost. The time has come. We must have a general today.
Gentlemen, I think the solution is obvious. John Hancock is my nominee to lead our new national army.
Mr. Payne, you flatter me. But we also have a gentleman available of impeccable credentials. A Southerner, Colonel Charles Henry Lee of Virginia.
Who was born in England and who would be perfectly happy to be there now. The man we are looking for is among us, and he is a Southerner from Virginia. I nominate as General of the Colonial Army, Colonel George Washington.
I lost Henri. He's so little. He vanished when Colonel Washington stood up to speak.
Colonel Washington is speaking?
There he is. Look at him go. He must have big news. Henri has news. Come on. Henri? Henri! Excuse me. A boy just ran in here. About this tall? There you are. Where are your notes? I've been watching you. You've been doing great.
Watching me? How?
With a spyglass.
You've got a spyglass? Let me see it.
James, wouldn't it be better to discuss this outside?
Yes, of course. Come on, Henri. Hurry up!
Stop it! That tickles!
If you got everything down on paper, I'll be tickled.
What does it say? Is that French?
I get coins for this, right?
Of course, I'm a man of my word.
Okay, voila! Here's what I found out. John Adams wants poultry, pulled poultry.
What?
Oh, you know, not poultry cut in slices, but pulled from the bone. Sam Adams wants beef, unless it's too well done. Then he wants mutton. Oh, here's something strange. John Adams won't eat mutton because it's a favorite British food.
Let me see that. John Hancock, potato soup?
He's got a bad tooth.
You were getting lunch orders?
I can't believe you messed this up.
Sam Adams is the one who messed it up. He spilled ink all over my lunch order. Oh, my coins, s'il vous plaît. What are these? I've never seen coins like this.
They're Greek, very old, older than Hercules. The two slits in each coin enabled the ancient Greeks to string them on chains and wear them around their neck for safekeeping.
Oh, thanks! If you want any more facts.
I'll get them myself. You failed me, both of you. And the only reason I paid you is I'm a man of my word.
How could you do this to me? Mr. Wentworth is an important newspaper man. He publishes a paper I've never heard of, and you made me look like a kid.
I'm new at this.
That's it. I'll get the facts myself and make everything right with Mr. Wentworth.
I'll help. I'd like to get more of these Greek coins. Hey, those are mine.
You're back to being a water boy. This is a job for a newspaper man, not a newspaper boy. Ow!
Who's the water boy now?
James, what are you doing here?
Nothing. This whole day has been a big waste. What are you doing here?
Delivering Colonel Washington's coach. Where is Henri?
I don't care.
What's wrong?
I had a chance to impress an important newspaper publisher from New Hampshire, Mr. Wentworth, but I came up empty.
Wentworth? I don't know any Wentworth who publishes a paper in New Hampshire.
Well, he is who he says he is. He even paid us. He's a man of his word. See for yourself.
Those aren't coins, silly. They're buttons.
Buttons?
I've sewed buttons like those on my father's uniforms. These buttons were minted 3 years ago by King George to decorate the coats of gentlemen invited to the king's birthday party.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. Whoever your Mr. Wentworth is, he must be a close friend of King George.
I have an idea. Quick, a pencil.
My presence here will stifle free discussion. Since my appointment is the issue at hand, I will retire to allow you to speak your minds. Good evening.
I received your note at my boarding house. You have facts?
I interviewed the delegates, every single one of them. It took me all night to track them down. It's all there. The size of the new National Army, what General Hancock plans to do to drive the Redcoats out of Boston. It's the biggest story of the year. I told you I'd get the facts, and I'm a man of my word.
I must go. I have to write my story and get it back to my paper. You're a first-rate newspaperman, James Hiller. Well done.
And you're a rotten spy. If my guess is right, Mr. Wentworth is reporting to someone. The question is, who?
Look! A boat!
8 men could fit in this. We need to be careful. Redcoats! I want to get closer.
I'll go with you. Henri, take Moses' tool pouch.
We'll meet back on the road.
Hancock will be the general of the colonial army.
John Hancock. The rumor is it's Washington.
The rumor is wrong. They put the Washington story out to mislead us. Hancock will lead the rebel army, and his plans call for a march on Rhode Island.
You trust your source?
A gullible child. He spilled the beans. A stupid boy, typical colonial. Grand ideas, no schooling, easily duped.
Excellent. Let's move out.
Sarah!
I'm here. That was frightfully awkward for a while, wasn't it?
I was a fool. I wanted so badly to be a big-shot journalist, I almost gave away secrets to the enemy.
But you outsmarted them.
You're British. How does that make you feel?
If Colonel Washington is announced as General of the Army tomorrow, word will get to the British soon enough. And that man who deceived you and Henri will look like a fool. I can live with that.
Look!
What's happening?
Finally!
I'm wearing silk garments! My suit will be ruined!
Henri! Great job!
You know, I don't ask you for one moment to surrender your hope for a peaceful resolve to these problems.
Thank you. I do pray for that.
The only hope the colonies have to avoid all-out war is in the strength of our army and the strength of our resolve.
I like General Washington. I hope the great men of this Congress work as hard to find peace as General Washington does to prepare the army for war.
That will depend on Parliament. You know, Sarah, if things get too uncomfortable, we will find a way to get you back home.
Thank you, Dr. Franklin.
Come on! You're late!
and on the issue of General of the Continental Army. We call upon George Washington.
I accept this momentous duty because this Congress desires it. I beg it be remembered by every gentleman in this room that I, this day, declare with utmost sincerity, I do not think myself equal to the command I am honored with.
Dear Mother, this is the first time I have felt that I am, in fact, living events which will be remembered by other generations. I remain with a confused heart. I pray for peace, but fear we are heading towards war.